Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Cindy Harris with undeniablyirresistible.com. And I'd like to thank you for once again joining me in this series, A Course in Love. This has been so much fun and also very eye opening, not just for me, but from what I'm hearing from the audience as well. So far, we've talked about learning how to allow enchantment into your life, to allow yourself to be enchanted. We've talked about learning how to be creative in love, opening yourself up to different experiences with love. And in audio number 3, we talked about being fearless, learning how to step back from the things in the past that may have caused you discomfort and learning how to look at it with different eyes, while also learning how to not take somebody else's response to your efforts at love personally. Because once again, we all come to love from different situations and life experiences. And that is something that is so important to remember, because so many times when we fall in love or we're loving somebody, sometimes we want them to love us the way we expect to be loved and to do it on our terms, leaving very little room for their own creative interpretation of how to love us or how to love us in a way that they want to love us. Love, as I said before, is a good thing. It is pure energy, and it doesn't know bad. It doesn't know unhappy. It doesn't know unpleasant. Love is love. We as human beings create all the issues in reference to love. So, in learning how to be fearless, like I said, we're learning how to step past our preconceived notions and to view love with new eyes and with an open heart and mind. In today's audio, we're going to talk about being happy. Yes, happy. Say it with me. I am happy. One more time. I am happy. Even if you don't feel very happy right now, I still want you to think of the word happy. Think of something that makes you feel happy. Whether that's a person, a song, dancing, activities, whatever. What makes you happy? Because you know what? The energy of love enjoys happiness. It enjoys being around upbeat people. It is impossible for love to get in when we're feeling downtrodden, disappointed, disgusted, unhappy, miserable, bitter, etc. All of those emotions will block love. It will stop the flow of love. Because now we're stepping into a story that doesn't have a happy ending, so to speak. So how can love be present if there are no good vibrations around for it to attach itself to? There is nothing enjoyable but being miserable. Miserable is not a way to attract love. Guilt and shame are not ways to attract love. Once again, holding on to that for a totally separate audio. But when I talk about being happy, remember that Bobby McFerrin song, Don't Worry, Be Happy? Every time I hear that song, I still want to get up and dance. And I start laughing and smiling. It was just such a great feel-good song. And I think he was like a one-hit wonder. I can't think of anything else I know that Bobby McFerrin has done. But that song has traveled around the globe numerous times. I'm sure it has been reinterpreted in many languages because it was a feel-good song. Don't worry, be happy. It's not saying, not to ignore your life and any challenges you may be going through right now, but it's simply saying expect a good outcome. And that's the same with love. When you expect love to work, love works. When you expect it to feel right and be right in your life, it will be right and feel good in your life. It may take some attitude adjustment. It may take some trusting. It's going to require some work and effort on your part. How this planet is set up, how our lives are set up, nothing comes without putting it in some kind of effort or work behind it. It is what it is. But still, the beauty of love is the fact that it's always available to you. You don't have to go out there chasing after it. You don't have to go out there pursuing it. It's always available when you learn how to look for it in different ways other than just romantic love. And while most of this, like I said, the audios are about romantic love, it still encompasses love in general. So when I say be happy, think happy thoughts. Okay, that may sound a little airy-fairy for some people. They're like, oh, Cindy, think happy thoughts. I'm not feeling very happy right now. I got stuff going on in my life. You don't know my personal situation. You're right, I don't. Any more than you would know my personal situation. But I know from past experience and from my life, my day-to-day life, that choosing to be happy and to perceive life as something that must be good, I receive that as my outcome more often than not. Sometimes it may take a little bit longer for it to get to that point, but that's usually me blocking it. That's not life, it's energy and love's energy not doing its job. It's usually me being too much into my head again or trying to figure out all the whys in the house. And you know something? We don't need to know all the why in the house. All we need to be able to do is to accept and receive. Let me say that again. When it comes to life and love, we do not need to know all the whys and hows. We just need to be able to accept and receive. Put out there what you want and then trust that you're going to get it. If you are making a conscious effort, which you obviously are because you're listening to this series, if you're making a conscious effort to receive more love in your life and to be more loving, then guess what? Love has to come to you. That energy must be a part of your life. But in this series, the goal is to help you be more aware of where and how it materializes. Because it may not come to you in ways that you expect, or you want, or you have decided how it has to be. It's energy. Love is like water. Have you ever tried to hold water in your hand? Have you ever tried to grasp on and hang on tightly to water? It squirts all out between your fingers. It drains all over the place. That's love's energy. You can't hold on to it. It is an intangible item, but it's something that's very real. And when you can learn how to express happiness, more happiness and joy in your life, then guess what? You're going to notice more love has appeared in your life. And here's the kicker. It may have always been there. Matter of fact, it probably has always been there. But because you are making the mental adjustments, you are making the effort to be different and to perceive life and love differently, you're going to get better responses to what you want and what you desire. You know, more of your dreams are going to come true, not because they were never, it wasn't going to happen. It's just because now you're aware and learning how to get out of your own way to receive them. Be happy. If you need a quick pick-me-up, I would say go to YouTube and click on Bobby Farron's song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. If that song doesn't get you tapping your head, oh my gosh. If that song doesn't get you tapping your foot and moving your head, I don't know what's going to get you to move. And yes, I do understand sometimes we are going through moments in life that are just so challenging and so just challenging, for lack of a better word right now, that just seems so rough, where it just seems like all the love, life, and joy has been sucked out of your life. I've been there. I went through a life situation that was so devastating that I couldn't speak in whole sentences for weeks. I felt like somebody had taken me and took a sledgehammer to me and had just smashed me into a zillion pieces. And I didn't know where the joy was coming back into my life. I didn't know how the joy was going to come back into my life. And the idea of being happy was not a realistic one for me at that moment. But once again, because I am determined to take any situation and to receive something really great from it, no matter how it may have started, in due time, the joy did come back. And I want you to think about this. If you are going through a situation that's kind of challenging right now, how do you know when your happiness and joy has reappeared? Are you even aware of what your triggers might be or what you might do? For me personally, it's singing. When I'm unable to sing, that means I am sitting in a heart space that's just devastated. I can only think of a handful of situations in my life that have taken me to that point where I was not unable to sing. But I knew that once I was starting to sing again, that the joy was returning into my life. And that joy was returning into my life because I knew the people around me that loved me were putting that extra effort and energy into me to help raise my spirit. And it's so funny because with my kids, because some of the situations actually occurred while I was raising my children, my kids would walk in the house, and when they saw me singing, I could almost literally feel them physically relax because they knew. So I want you to think, what do you do when you're happy? How do you act? Because in those moments, love is dancing all around you. It's dancing through you, it's dancing on you, it's dancing around you, it's in your aura. It's like I said, it's always present. Love never goes anywhere. We desert love. Love never deserts us. It never goes away. We leave it behind sometimes. But what do? I want you to be physically aware, mentally, emotionally, spiritually aware of what you do when you're happy. So that when those moments come when you may be feeling a little that you can conjure up a memory of a happy moment, that you can pull into that space to help lift you up back into that space of unconditional love. Get out that journal. That's right, it's time to write it down. Write down, what are the things that you notice that you personally do when you're happy, when you're experiencing just the utmost joy and the most profound love in your life. Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you write? Do you meditate? Do you get all cuddly, touchy-feely and want hugs and kisses? What do? Maybe you just get quiet. And you just notice how much greener the leaves are on the trees, or how much more beautiful that crisp winter air smells. Or you may notice a child's laughter. You just become more aware of your surroundings in a more intense and beautiful way. So, be happy. It's a choice, folks. It's always a choice. We always have the ability to choose our thoughts and reactions to whatever happens in our lives. So in this audio, I'm asking you, as you're choosing more love in your life, in this audio, I'm asking you to choose to be happy. Find ways to keep those moments, those happy moments, in your back pocket so that you're able to pull them out as needed. Whether that's to uplift yourself into a more loving space or to bring somebody else forward into their more loving space. So, once again, this is Cindy Harris, your relationship transformation coach here at www.undeniablyirresistible.com.